Katie Taylor fight. You heard last week saying that Harper is a possibility of the Sphere in Las Vegas. Given what's happened in the first two fights, is there some trepidation from you that you're going to get the rough end of the stick again?
Listen, I'm up for the challenge again to fight Katie Taylor. You know, I'm a warrior. Definitely, I felt I won those first two fights. I feel like they were my fights, so definitely we need to run it back. But I'm the fighter. That's why I have these amazing men next to me. They're the team, and they figure out the best options for me.
You've been a great advocate for 12 threes. Is that a non-starter in the negotiations for a third fight?
I mean, I want it. She says she wants it. She said before and after the fight, she says she's up for it. Let's see. Let's see when we start negotiating and then yeah, we shook hands in the before the fight. We shook hands and she said she was ready for it, and let's see.
Yeah, a lot of boxers say a lot of shit, but when it comes to the contract, they're probably not down. So I don't think she's down, but for equality, she needs to do it, and it's only right, and it makes the fight bigger stakes. So, Katie Taylor, 12 threes.
Jake, I wanted to ask you, we got a WBA convention in town. Do you feel like you've done enough in the sport and for the sport to merit consideration to be placed into the cruiserweight?
Oh, fuck the rankings. It's a number. Who cares? Like, literally, people just want to like classify things into a numbers chart. I've never looked at the rankings. I could care less. I know I'm the best in the world, and I'm going to be world champion.
How did you, sorry, go ahead.
The rankings are he's the biggest box office draw in boxing. He's ranked number one above everybody else. That's why Dubois is calling him out. That's why Better Behave is calling him out. That's why Gervonta Davis is calling him out. That's why Ryan Garcia is calling him out. That's why everybody and their mom is calling out Jake Paul. Clarissa Shields is calling him out. So it's, you know, it's pretty apparent who the number one ranked fighter in the world is across all weight classes. It's Jake El Gallo Paul.
Jake, how did you respond to the reaction to the Tyson fight, and what do you want to do next? What kind of guy?
There's no response to the reaction of the Tyson fight. I quite frankly didn't look at it. You know, like, what do I care that people have to say about anything that I do? If anyone in my life has something to say, they'll text me. And if you don't have my number, then I don't give a fuck about you. So all the texts were best event ever, incredible. You're the face of boxing, all of these things, record breaking, love, 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 and that's all I care about.
Kevin Garcia with Fight Hack. Just a question for Jake and one for Amanda. Jake, I was reading an article about boxers who've made, reportedly, I don't want to count your pockets, $40 million or more, right? Very few in boxing history. And when you think about that, and a guy like Canelo trying to say, he doesn't want to give you a payday. In fact, you're a payday yourself. You bring a lot of commercial success to the table, like Nikisha just mentioned. What's your response to a guy like Canelo trying to like downplay your success?
I mean, that's the landscape we're in, is like everyone just trying to talk shit and, peacock and jockey for their position. But beyond all the shit talk, like, I don't want to just create a back and forth of nonsense, but I have the biggest fight in boxing history. Numbers tell the truth of that. So people can say whatever they want, but let me see you do more numbers, and then we can talk.
Jake Paul made $12 million in his third fight. Like, to put that in perspective, no boxer or MMA fighter in history has made that in their third, fourth, fifth, sixth fight. No athlete in history in their third game as a professional, right, has made $12 million.
That includes you, Shohei Ohtani.
It does. It does. And if you look at his annual contract when he first signed his first, there's no way. Not LeBron, not Shohei, not any footballer, basketball player, baseballer, golfer. That was his third fight. Nothing comes close. What did Canelo make in his third, fourth, fifth, sixth, seventh, eighth, ninth, 10th, 11th, 12th, 20th fight? Not even close.
Thank you. My second question is for you, Amanda. So you had much of women's boxing. You just, were part of a huge fight, a historic fight. And it seemed like afterwards, the haters came out of the woodworks, right? And people had stuff to say. I just wanted to get your thoughts. There was a 20-minute tirade about your fight and, your success from Clarissa Shields. Any response?
Oh, that's what you meant hating? I was on his, I was like, you don't listen to that. No, you don't, yeah. No, but in general, you don't listen to the hate. I listen to the positive. My team, Jordan said I won. My team said I won. They were proud of what I did that night. I fought with one eye. She kept headbutting me. She kept holding me. No excuses. I showed my heart. I showed grit in there. And I'm willing and able to do the third fight with her. So I embrace all the positive comments, and I just go out there and I perform even better.
And it's funny because all these people are always talking about us, and we never talk about them until it's an interview where we get asked about them. So we've never said a word about these people who are fighting in an ice rink in Detroit with 5 fans giving away tickets.
This is for Jake and Nikisa, if you want to chime in as well. Obviously, talking about the reaction to the Tyson fight, it obviously did huge numbers. It was great for Amanda and Katie in women's boxing, so there's positives and negatives to every event. In hindsight, do you wish that maybe it was an exhibition fight instead of a pro fight? Because I don't think the backlash would have been as bad, you know what I mean? So I'm just curious how you guys think about the fallout and if there are any regrets in hindsight.
Absolutely no regrets.
I have it tattooed right there, but it's spelled wrong, like the movie. Like, who cares, dude?
Mike Tyson wanted it to be a pro fight. Of course it was going to be a pro fight, if that's what he wanted. This was his chance for retribution for his legacy, right? When he fought the last time in a professional fight, he sat on the stool and didn't get back up. He decided to make this a pro fight, and Jake said, yeah, if that's what he wants to do, I'm all the way in. He said he wanted 2-minute rounds so he had more stamina. Jake said, no problem. He said he wanted 8 rounds instead of 10 rounds. Jake said, no problem. But there's no regrets at all. We put on the biggest moment for boxing in the past 30 years. Women's boxing got its shine. Mario Barrios, his coach, came up to us today and said, man, people stop me in the airport now and talk about me. And they never knew who I was before. And I've been a part of Tank Davis's fights. I've been a part of Canelo's fights. No one ever came up to me before. Now they came up to him.
People are just mad that it's permanently on BoxRec that I beat Mike Tyson.
And then this question is for Jake and Amanda as well. Obviously, you're both signed to the Professional Fighters League, and Don Davis just tweeted out huge things expected for 2025. I talked to Don, and if he had to place a bet on you two making your MMA debuts, or at least you, Jake, it would be sometime in 2025. So, have you guys thought about that at all? Is there any chance that we could see you guys competing in MMA in 2025?
We want to, but our opponents don't actually really want to at that. So it's funny that Nate Diaz is like actually scared to fight me in MMA. Actually, the biggest payday of his life would be me and him in MMA.
And he hides behind PFL is the reason he won't do it.
Yeah, so I'm ready.
I'm down for it. I'm undefeated in MMA. I have. Listen, I don't know. I don't care. It's up to the team, but I'll be down for it. But it's the team has 2025 in the works, and I'm excited to see it. So.
Listen, they both just came up a massive, massive event. The priority for Amanda is the trilogy with Katie Taylor, assuming it makes business sense for everybody involved, right? So that's where her focus is. And Jake just put on the biggest boxing event in history. So if the right opponent like Nate Diaz wants to fight, Jake has always said he wants to do it. But he's very focused on boxing.
All right, so the WBA convention is here. WBA President Roberto Mendoza said a couple times that he wouldn't be against you having a title shot, title fight against Julio Cesar Chavez Jr. Julio Cesar Chavez Jr. said that you guys are negotiating to fight. What are your thoughts on Mendoza's comments and Julio Cesar Chavez as an opponent?
I want someone tougher, and I want a real belt, not just like something that gets put up for entertainment value. So it's great and all, but like honestly, he's easy work, and I want someone tougher to shut people up.
Is there any tougher names out there?
I mean, there's like a long line of people like that they can take a ticket and get in line to see who I want to fight next. Seriously, like I don't say that as shit talk. I'm the biggest payday in the sport of boxing right now, so everyone wants to fight. And when you're the hot girl on the block, you could do what the fuck you want.
Just to finish on that point, Jake Paul is the biggest boxer in male boxing. Amanda Serrano is the biggest boxer in female boxing. These two are the faces of boxing from my perspective. That's why every single fighter is calling them out. And that's why when they do the trilogy, it's going to be one of the biggest events that's ever happened across all sports. 75 million people watched Amanda Serrano endure a headbutt with a massive cut on her eye and fight through it. So every girl, young lady, and woman is going to have a stake when that trilogy happens. Thank you, guys. Thank you, everybody.
Thank you. Thanks a lot.